Alright guys, so welcome back. This is part 2 of the video. It kind of cut me off when I was checking to see if these were real or extraneous solutions. Okay, I'm going to substitute my first solution, -1, into my original equation. So wherever I see an r, I'm going to substitute in -1. So I have -1, is it equal to 2 times -1 plus 3? 2 times -1 is -2 plus 3 gives you a +1. The square root of +1 is actually equal to 1 and not -1. So this is extraneous. Okay, now we need to check the second solution, which is 3. So I'm going to substitute a 3 wherever I see an r. So I have, is it true that 3 is equal to 2 times r plus 3? Well, it's a good question. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 plus 3 is 9. What's the square root of 9? 3. So since this makes a true statement, then that means that this solution is real. Okay, and then to finish up this video, I wanted to show you number 7. Number 7, this is like number 7, so we're on number 6 for your notes, and this is going to help you solve number 7 on your handout. Okay, the first thing you're going to do is square both sides. Whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other. So you're left with 2v minus 7 is equal to v minus 3 squared. I have to multiply both sides times itself. This is actually a recap of what we already saw in the front. Okay, so I want to make sure that I show you just one more solving quadratics. When you multiply v times v, you get v squared. V times a -3 gives you -3v, and -3 times v gives you -3v, and finally the last two numbers multiply together. -3 times a -3 gives you a +9. Now you can replace each of those v's with the letter x if that makes you feel more comfortable. I need to combine the like terms, which in this case is -3v and -3v gives you -6v. So the question is 2v minus 7, or I guess a new equation is 2v minus 7 is equal to v squared minus 6v plus 9. You want to get it into standard form, ax squared plus bx plus c. So I need to move whatever's on the left side of the equation to the right side. And we're going to do this in one step. By now, hopefully, you guys are getting better at algebra. So whenever I have a +2v, the opposite would be to subtract 2v. Now I wouldn't put it under the v squared because they have a different exponent, but I would put it underneath the 6v. I have to figure out what that is. Okay, and then -6 minus 2 gives you -8v. The next thing we're going to do is, instead of subtract 7, we're going to add 7 to both sides of the equation, to both sides of the equal sign. I would not add the 7 to the v squared because they're not the same, but I would add it to the 9. What is 9 plus 7? That's right, +16. So now you're left with v squared minus 8v plus 16 is all equal to 0. I now have a quadratic function in standard form, so I need to factor using my CB table. So what are the factors of C? In this case, C is 16 that add up to B. In this case, B is -8. Well, 16 has a couple of factors, 4 times 4, 2 times 8, 16 times 1. Let's see if any of those add up to 8. 4 plus 4 gives me a +8. 2 plus 8 gives me a +10, and 16 plus 1 gives me a 17. I notice that 4 times 4 gives me 8, but I really need a -8. So the only thing I need to change is make both of these negative. If I make a -4 times a -4 multiply together, I do get a +16. If I add these together, I end up getting a -8. So my factors are -4 and -4. You're going to plug in the v. V times v gives you v squared, and then if you FOIL, you'll get back to your original equation. So I have two possibilities, that v minus 4 is equal to 0, or that v minus 4 is equal to 0. If you notice, they're the same same equation. So I'm only going to solve for 1. I'm going to add 4 to both sides, and I'm left with v is equal to a positive 4. This is one solution. This would also be v equals to 4. They're the same, so I'm only going to check 1. Okay, so you're going to substitute into your original equation. Wherever you see a v, you're going to substitute in 4. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. So in this case, v is 4. So the question is, what's 2 times 4? 8. 8 minus 7 is 1. And I have to still take the square root of each of those. So the square root of 1 is 1. And the question is that equal to v, which is 4 minus 3? Is that equal to 1? Ding, 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 ding. So this is one real solution. Okay, since they're the same, we're only going to use 1. So one real solution. Okay, guys, your homework for Friday or for the weekend was to complete number 1 through 6, but now I want you to do plus 7 on your handout. Due on Monday. Okay, so you need to complete this handout 1 through 7. That's your homework. Okay, I'm going to stop there. I will be posting another video, but I think this is enough for the weekend. And I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.